YouTube family, Jayne Mazimba here, back with another video. So I guess we are going to we're going to name this part of the videos Ask Jayne. So I'm still on, MJ just sneezed, but anyway. So we are still on the questions that we got off of Instagram. I will answer a few more today. But first, before we do anything else, what are you waiting for? That red button, hit it. Is it this side or is it this side? Hit the subscribe button so that you will get, and then hit the notifications bell as well so that you can get notified every single time I post up a new video. I think going forward we might be doing 3 videos. Currently I post on Mondays and Wednesdays, but I think Friday might be a good time to answer some questions. So we are going to post up some Friday videos to answer some of your pressing questions about fashion, about finance, and about lifestyle. So I will be looking at my phone so I can answer some of these questions. We did a few last week, which was great. But here we are. So I'm continuing a few of these. What do you use for your face? I use what's it called? It's a sheer soap from Fair and White. It's in a metal box. I don't know if I could like take a picture and show you guys. It's in a metal box. It's a Fair and White sheer butter soap. There are like honey flavors, there are other flavors, lavender and things like that. I use the sheer butter, and then I also use the Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion. That's literally the same thing I use for my whole body. Okay, so this question was, how do you handle a low profile as hot as you are? First of all, thank you so much for the compliment. I picked up the compliment first, yes. I think a low profile, I do actually try to keep a low profile. I think it's just about being strategic about what you choose to share, being strategic about where you choose to go and the people that you surround yourself with. I am very choosy about the sort of events and locations that you will find me in. I do interact a lot on social media, but you will see that most of my content is curated, and in the stories I do pick and choose what it is that I'm showing. Not that I'm trying to portray a life like I'm perfect, but I feel like there's certain things that should be kept private, that should be low profile. Things like my child, I don't post a lot about him. You will notice once in a while he's there. I love him to death, but I am trying to protect him because he's a minor. Things like my private life, I do not talk about a lot. I think it's just a personal choice. I also don't post a lot about my job. Just general things that you can find out for yourself. So that's how I managed to keep a relatively low profile, I guess. What motivates you? I have a dream for Africa, to be honest. And that dream for Africa starts with me and how well my child does. So I want my kid to have an amazing life. My kid is right behind the camera, that's why I keep looking up. I want him to be happy. I want him to have an amazing life. I want him to have all the opportunities and the access that I didn't have. So that motivates me to work hard and build legacy. What else? Yeah, in the dream for Africa, I feel like we have the possibility to actually be a generation of millennial millionaires, a generation of millennials who can actually make a difference and be the start. So that's what motivates me. How are you today? How was your weekend? My weekend has been very busy. I have been shooting. I have another project happening, so I've been shooting that. I have had some friends over, and then I've been creating content. So it's been one of those weekends that is quite busy. And I am well. Thank you very much. This one said, kindly assist me with knowledge pertaining to buying shares in Zambia, costs and etc. Okay, so with shares, you can buy stock, as we say, from the Lusaka Stock Exchange. The Lusaka Stock Exchange is easily accessible. Obviously, you need a broker. You need to be a licensed broker to buy. So with that, then you have to find brokerage firms. So you can either go to Lusaka Stock Exchange and find their listed brokers, companies like Pangea, companies like Stockbroker Zambia, companies like Devia, I think. So you can look those companies up and find a licensed stockbroker or investment advisor. These are licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission in Zambia, and that is the person who will be able to buy for you. So you will need to open an account somewhere, and then the broker will be able to access that money to buy and sell shares. So you give the instructions and they will buy and sell for you. Costs, it's minimum. I remember when I bought my first share, but that was back in 2007, somewhere there. My first share I bought for 250 kwacha, including the fee for the broker. So it was that cheap. I think, to be on the safe side, I'm not really sure, but I think with 1,000 kwacha, you should be able to buy something, maybe even 500 kwacha. So I would say ask your banker, find a broker, ask them the questions. In fact, you can find them online. Go to Securities and Exchange Commission's Facebook page or LinkedIn page, or go to the Lusaka Stock Exchange Facebook page, LinkedIn page, and ask these questions, and they will be able to assist you and direct you to the right people. But buying stock is a great investment, especially if you're thinking with a long-term view. So if you're thinking 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, amazing options in Zambia. This one says, what kind of investment opportunities are available in Zambia that yield good earning? So we just talked about the stock exchange. Buy stock. At the stock exchange, you can also buy government bonds in the secondary market. So you can buy government bonds, or you can buy treasury bills. So government securities, which are debt instruments, you can buy those. They yield. They actually have, last week, I don't know when this will air, but last week the government reissued a bond, and some of the yields were as high as 33%. So that's really good. So those are investment options. You have fixed deposits, obviously. You can invest in real estate. Now people are talking about investing in precious metals. So silver and gold in Zambia are becoming a big deal, and apparently you can actually make really good returns. I haven't yet done my research on that, but it's something I'm looking into. But those are things you can research for yourself. What are the other investments that you could read? Some of the insurance products, the hybrid life insurance and savings, term savings products from insurance companies, they will give you a relatively interesting interest rate, sort of like 18% for 5 years, those things, which is, it's good. Or look at your peers. Most of us are thinking, when we think investment, we want to think big thing. Look at your friends. What businesses are they doing? What businesses are they starting? Is it viable? Ask them questions. If it makes sense, invest with them. Give them, depending on your risk appetite, give them a portion of your money, invest in their business, buy a share, and then when they start making money, they can give you a dividend, and then they can pay you back at the end. So those are things that you can consider when it looks at investments. This question says, how do you maintain productivity throughout your week? I hype myself up with no shame in my game. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, yes, Jayne, you're amazing. You can do this. You have good energy. I feed myself positive things in the morning. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. So I'll listen to, I think I've said this so many times, Super Soul Conversations by Oprah, On Purpose by Jay Shetty. I listen to Afford Anything podcast by Paula Pant. I listen to The Mad Scientist. I listen to Dave Ramsey. So early in the morning, the first thing I do is I feed myself with positive things, and that helps me stay positive throughout the day. Also, I make a decision. It's one of those things, if you are convinced it's going to be a bad day, there's nobody who can change it for you. Okay, so if something bad does happen, I tell myself it's a bad moment, not a bad day, or it's a bad day, not a bad life, and I just keep it going like that. I take time, I rest. I find that I'm happier when I'm well rested. So I've been learning to go to bed early and wake up early as well. That helps. Sometimes I would watch Netflix until 02, and then I would then want to wake up at 5, and then I'll be cranky throughout the day. So resting also really helps me. Can I say something cliche as well? Water does wonders for me. Quite a few talking about investing, what business should I start, so I will answer those in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to engage with me. If you do have questions, put them in the comments below and I will answer those, or I will get some of my expert friends to answer them. Reshare with your friends. We're trying to get the channel to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, see you next week.